We're going to start out by opening the program and talking about starting a new project and organizing your files and generally getting going with Chief Architect. So we're going to work in Premiere to start out. So I'm just going to open the program, and this is the house that we're going to be designing. And so you get this interface when you first start out, and here's where you want to go. If this is going to be your recent files, obviously, but to start out brand new, you're going to want to go to a new plan. So this, by opening this, will open a default template, and you can set that up to how you want that to open. And if you want to do a different template, you can open that here. And I will get into what the templates are. So if we wanted to go new from a template, it's going to open up these pre-made templates that are in the Chief folder here. And so what these are is these are different setups for how the plan is going to work. So it's got your text styles and your layout styles and different cabinet styles. Things are set up so you can set up your own templates. See, I've got my own templates set up for myself, and then these are the default templates. So that we're just going to go with the regular residential template, and you can see the ones here that have an M after them. If you work in metric, then these are the metric plans. So you definitely want to use these if you're working in metric. But I am working in Imperial, so I'm going to use the residential template plan straight as it comes out of the box. So this is exactly how it comes with the program. So we're going to use it like that. And then you can set your default for that so that the next time you open it, if you just click new plan, it will always open to that template. So the way that you do that is that you go over to your preferences, and you go here to, let's see, where is it? You go to new plans right here. And then you can tell it what units. So anytime you open a new plan, it will always open to Imperial or US units. So this is feet and inches. If you always work in metric, set this to metric, and then every time you open a new plan, everything will be set in metric for you. This is the plan template. This is that folder that we just looked at. So I've got the default set to that residential template plan. As you develop your own, you can change this into your own plan template. And then this is for your layouts. So this layout is where you make your construction document. So we can talk about this later. Right now, we're going to start out with the plan. So we've got our units and our plan template. And so that is set. That's how you set your default to open it up. So that's how it opens a new plan. So now we are here in our blank template, our blank open plan with nothing going on. So I want to show you the difference of this is a plan, and I'm going to open a new layout now. So a layout is where you build your construction documents. So I'm going to go to new layout. And I have it this is just I have it set to open in a basic title block here, and it comes with these in it, and you can update this however you like. You just go over here to page 0, and then you can add in and change any of this information to make it your own, and then anything you do on page 0 will be on all of the pages, and that sets up your layout. So that's the difference. You've got two different things that you do within Chief. You've got your working plans where you're building everything, and then you've got your layout, which is where you're building your construction documents. So if you're used to working in AutoCAD, then this would be your model space, and this would be your paper space. And if you're used to working in SketchUp, then it was kind of the same thing. This is your building area, and then actually it's called layout in SketchUp as well. So you work over here in your working area, and then you send your views over to the layout. So in Premiere, you have, I think you can go up to like 1,000 pages here. And in interiors, I think you can go to 200 pages. Maybe it's 500 pages. But you have lots of pages. If you are working in Home Designer Pro, you only have one page. So you have to do a new layout for each page of your documents. So rather than being able to scroll through pages like this, I would need to just save this. If I'm in Home Designer Pro, I would just need to save this as itself, close it down, and then open a new layout to do another page, and then you have to piece together those PDFs. So there's a workaround for only having the one page, and it is a little bit more work, but it can be done. So that is the difference between your plan views, your working area, your model space, and your paper space, if that's what you're used to. So we'll come back to layout a little later in the course, but I wanted to show you that we are working towards getting our images into here. So we'll come back to this. I just wanted to show you where that is and what that is, and that is available. So we'll be working towards that. So I'm going to just shut that down now. And I'm not going to save anything because I haven't done anything. So I'm back over here. So the next part of keeping organized within your projects is going to be setting up your defaults. This is super important for your efficiency while working inside Chief. So you want to go here to your default settings, under edit to your default settings. There's also a little icon here, but into your default settings, this is where you set up all of your parameters for your project. And I will get into details of setting these up as we move through the course. But the default settings is something you're going to want to familiarize yourself with because this is super important, and this is how you get very efficient with your work. You start here in the beginning of your project and you have all of your project information. So for example, you can go into your floors and rooms and you can set up all of your structure. So if you know how thick your ceiling is and your floors and your floor heights, and you can go into your let's see, where is it? Oh, it's right here. And you can go into your floor levels and you can edit that, and so you can go ahead and set your ceiling heights, and then your entire project, your ceiling height will be set. You can change your ceiling heights per room here, but you can go ahead and get all of these parameters set up for yourself before you start. That way, as you're drawing, it's already doing it for you exactly how you need it. So that's very important to keep organized. These are your default settings. This is something that we'll talk about a lot and we'll work with a lot. So that's something I wanted to show you. The next thing I want to show you are going to be these right here, your plan views and your layer sets and your annotation sets. So these are the different views that you can set up. So these are the presets that they have. Now in Premiere and Interiors, you can do your own custom ones. In Home Designer Pro, you cannot. You've got to work with the ones that are preset for you. But these are preset plan views. So this plan views are what we'll use to send over to the layout. So you can think of these as your views, just like in AutoCAD. that you're going to send over. And then this is the layers that are associated with that. So if I change this over to the electrical, you can see that changes to my electrical layers, and it changes to my electrical annotations. So this will change. This will change with the scale. You can set all of these up, and then there's all of these presets. So we'll get into this also later, but I wanted to point that out. That's also going to be very important for keeping you efficient and organized. Okay, last thing for organization that I want to talk about is saving your projects. So if we go up here to save, I've got everything saved. I'm working on the course, so I'm here. It may open up for you into maybe your documents folder or your desktop, something like that. I highly encourage you to set up a file system for yourself. So I have got in my drive here, like I've got my clients' files here, and I've got each client that I have, and then I keep each project within that. So everything I do within that for that client goes into their folder. So everything that I download, and then I have subfolders within to have renderings, everything, models, everything that I do. If they send me plans, everything goes into their folder. Do not use the documents folder or your desktop to save your files. Keep a good organized file system, just like you would if you had a physical file cabinet and you had folders and you labeled them and you put folders inside the folders. So do it just like that, and that way you'll always be able to find everything that you need and you won't lose any project information. So I'm just going to cancel out of that. So one other thing is over here in Premiere and in Interiors, you will have these options here. So you've got the library browser. This is where all of your library items are. So this is going to be everything that comes with Chief, all of the models and textures and all of those things, any bonus catalogs that you download, manufacturer's catalogs, and anything that you save here. So this is your library. Your project browser is going to show you everything involved within the project. So there's some CAD details if you're doing that. Any of your cameras that you set up or your elevations are going to be here in your cross sections. It'll show your floor, so you can easily jump to a floor here. It can show you. I don't have any project yet, so I don't have any materials. And then any of your here's all the plan views that are listed over here. And when you open a layout, that will be listed here, and the pages in your layout too. And then these, and the active layer display, these are all of your layers. So this is how you can keep your layers organized. You can turn them on and off right here. So this is important also to keep you organized, and you can turn these off and on over here with these little buttons. So those little buttons here, these are all your view buttons. So if you don't want to see that all the time, you don't have to, but if you want to keep them on to get to them easily, you can do that. So that was Premiere. So let me show you just if you are working in Interiors. Let's open up Interiors. There it comes. So I've got, if I go to New Plan from Template, I've got my same templates here. And if I just go to New Plan, it's going to open into that default residential, and you'll see here as far as your organization, I've got my plan views, and I can go here to edit, and I can edit my preferences here, and I can edit the default settings in here. And same with the saving, just like we talked about over in Premiere. So in Interiors, it works it works just the same for keeping things organized. And you'll see here in interiors that we've got our same library and project and layer displays over here also. So that is interiors. So let's look at Home Designer Pro really quickly and just look at the difference there. So when we open a new project for Home Designer Pro, we can go to New Plan, and then the templates are kind of the same but different. It's the same idea, but they go more by style here, and so you've got to pick one of these. So the default style is going to, actually I think pretty much it looks like this. Yeah, so when you click it, it shows you what it looks like. So it's going to give you these different styles. And you can go in and change these once you open it. You don't have to, if you pick Country Cottage, you don't have to keep all of exactly the way these cabinets are. You can change all of this. So we're just going to use the default and open that up. So you'll see here you can go into your default settings. There's going to be fewer things that you can change in here. You can change a lot, but just a bit fewer. But you can also go here and update your preferences the same way into New Plans. It's going to be slightly different here because you have to use their templates. You can't make your own template in Home Designer Pro. So I'm going to just cancel out of that. And then over here, you only have a library browser over here. You don't have the active layer displays or the project browser in Home Designer Pro, but you do have your library. And then if you want to change your layers or turn layers on and off, you go here and you turn them on and off by just clicking that one instead of having it over there. And of course you don't have your saved plan views and all of that. Anything that you work on, you just have to change it as you go. So you don't have any of those saved annotation sets and saved plan views and saved layer sets like you do in the other two programs. You just have to do all that manually each time that you want to send something over to print. But everything else, as far as keeping organized, is going to be the same in Home Designer Pro. Okay, well, that is an overview of staying organized and getting started on a new project in your programs.